Everything you've ever wanted is already tuned to a certain rhythm inside you. When you match that rhythm, doors swing wide open without a single push. Most seekers pour energy into forcing change, chanting words, picturing scenes, willing outcomes into being. Yet the real shift arrives the moment you stop chasing and simply become present. Carl Jung saw this truth clearly. He understood that the deepest transformation flows from awareness itself, not from struggle. He explored the vast inner world where thoughts, feelings, and archetypes move like currents beneath the surface. There is a precise practice that taps directly into this awareness. It takes 2 minutes. You step into the role of the quiet witness. You rest your attention on whatever arises, joy, tension, memories, stillness, and let it move through you untouched. In that gentle holding, your entire energy field begins to clarify. The static fades. A steady, high coherence emerges. Reality aligns to this clearer signal. Unexpected meetings happen. Perfect timing unfolds. Resources appear exactly when needed. This practice carries the essence of Jung's lifelong discovery. Consciousness shapes the outer world most powerfully when it first becomes conscious of itself. Today we explore how to enter this observer frequency, how 2 minutes daily creates lasting change, and why this path feels effortless compared to everything else you've tried. Come with me. The shift starts right now. Carl Jung stands as one of the most fascinating minds of the 20th century, a Swiss psychiatrist who looked far beyond the surface of the human psyche. Born in 1875, he trained under Sigmund Freud early on, but soon carved his own path. Where others saw only personal drives and childhood wounds, Jung sensed something much vaster, a shared inner landscape that connects every person who has ever lived. He called this the collective unconscious, a deep reservoir of universal patterns and images he named archetypes. These are not personal memories. They are ancient echoes, the wise elder, the hero's journey, the shadow figure that lurks in everyone, the anima and animus that bridge the masculine and feminine within us. Jung believed these forces shape dreams, myths, religions, and even the way we fall in love or face fear. They rise up uninvited, guiding us toward wholeness if we listen. Then there is synchronicity, his word for meaningful coincidences that defy chance. A book falls open to the exact passage you need. You think of someone and the phone rings. Jung saw these moments as bridges between mind and matter, proof that the inner world and outer events dance together in hidden harmony. And shadow work, his gentle yet unflinching invitation to face the parts of ourselves we hide, the anger we deny, the jealousy we bury, the weaknesses we pretend don't exist. He taught that embracing the shadow doesn't weaken us, it completes us. It turns hidden enemies into allies and releases enormous creative power. Why does Jung's wisdom still resonate so deeply today? Because modern life bombards us with noise, endless scrolls, instant answers, pressure to appear perfect. We feel fragmented, disconnected from meaning. Jung offers the opposite, a map back to the soul. His ideas feel esoteric because they reach into mystery, yet they remain practical. They speak to the quiet ache many of us carry, the longing to feel truly aligned, to trust that life holds purpose beyond the daily grind. Frequency is the hum your entire being gives off in any moment. Think of it as your personal energy signature, clear and steady when you feel calm, expansive when joy flows, tight and scattered when worry takes hold. Every emotion carries its own vibration. Love resonates high and open. Gratitude lifts smoothly. Peace settles like still water. These higher states feel light because they align with the natural flow of life. Lower states, fear, anger, shame, carry denser vibrations. They pull energy inward, create resistance, and make everything feel heavier. The body knows this instantly. Heart races in anxiety, shoulders drop in relief. Your frequency is always broadcasting, and the world around you picks up the signal. Many teachings push constant positive thinking, repeat bright statements, smile through discomfort, override every dark thought. The intention feels good, yet the result often stays flat. Why? Because layering bright words over unresolved tension creates a split. One part shouts optimism while another part whispers doubt. That inner conflict lowers the overall frequency more than honest negativity ever could. The universe receives mixed signals and mirrors back more of the same confusion. David Hawkins spent decades mapping human consciousness with precise calibrations. He measured energy levels on a logarithmic scale from 1 to 1,000. Shame sits near the bottom around 20. Fear hovers near 100. Courage crosses into the positive zone at 200. Acceptance rests around 350. Joy vibrates near 540. Love and peace climb even higher. Hawkins discovered something profound. A single shift upward in your dominant state multiplies power exponentially. One person living from love influences the field more than thousands stuck in fear. This map shows why forcing positivity rarely works long-term. You can't leap from chronic worry straight to bliss without addressing the layers in between. The real path rises gradually through honest presence. When you observe without interference, the denser emotions lose their grip naturally. They rise, express, and dissolve. Your baseline frequency climbs steadily, first to courage, then neutrality, then willingness, and higher still. In this space, manifestation flows with ease. Desires align because your signal matches what you seek. No more chasing, just clear, coherent energy calling in what belongs. Next, we enter the exact practice that lets you access this observer frequency and begin raising your own signal right away. The observer frequency opens a doorway to your innate strength. It invites you to step back and witness the flow of your inner world with calm clarity. Thoughts drift by like clouds across a vast sky. Emotions rise and fall like waves on an ocean. You remain centered, aware, untouched by the movement. This mode activates when you direct attention inward without attachment. You notice a thought forming, perhaps excitement about a goal or a flicker of uncertainty, and you let it exist fully. You acknowledge an emotion surging, warmth in gratitude or heat in frustration, and allow it to express itself freely. The key lies in detachment. You see these elements as passing visitors, not as your core identity. This witnessing creates space. Inner harmony builds. Energy aligns smoothly. Resistance melts away in this presence. What once felt like blocks now transforms into fluid motion. The mind quiets its endless commentary. The body releases held tension. Your entire system tunes to a higher coherence, where desires manifest with natural ease. Synchronicities multiply because your signal broadcasts clearly, drawing and matching experiences. Think of a storm raging outside while you sit safely by a window. Rain lashes the glass, wind howls through trees, lightning cracks the sky. Yet inside, warmth surrounds you. The fireplace glows steadily. You watch the chaos unfold without stepping into it. The storm passes on its own time, leaving fresh air behind. In the same way, observer mode shelters you from emotional turbulence. You observe the intensity, feel its power, and emerge clearer, stronger. Or consider a river carving through a valley. Water flows around rocks, over pebbles, finding its path without force. It doesn't clash or halt. It adapts, continues, arrives at the sea. Your awareness becomes that river, navigating thoughts and feelings with graceful persistence. Obstacles dissolve into the journey itself. This frequency empowers you because it reveals your true nature, boundless consciousness. From here, creativity surges. Intuition sharpens. Life responds with abundance. 2 minutes in this state daily rewires your baseline, making presence your default. Now we move into the heart of the practice. This is where theory becomes your lived experience. The observer frequency activates through a simple, repeatable sequence that takes exactly 2 minutes. You can do this anywhere, sitting at your desk, lying in bed, walking slowly, even standing in line. The setting matters far less than your willingness to show up fully present. Here's how it flows step by gentle step. Pause the video after each main part if you want to try it right now. Feel free to come back when you're ready. Let's begin. First, settle your body. Find a comfortable position where your spine feels tall yet relaxed. Rest your hands wherever they land naturally, palms up on your thighs or one over your heart. Close your eyes if that feels soothing, or soften your gaze toward the floor a few feet ahead. Take 3 slow, deep breaths. Inhale through your nose for a count of 4, hold softly for 2, exhale through your mouth for 6. With each out breath, release any surface tension you notice. Let your shoulders drop. Let your jaw soften. Feel your belly expand and release like gentle waves. Now bring attention to your body as a whole. Scan slowly from the crown of your head down to your toes. Notice warmth, coolness, tingling, heaviness, whatever arises. You don't need to change anything. Simply rest awareness there. If a sensation feels strong, stay with it a moment longer. Let it be known. Shift focus to your breath again. You don't force it deeper or slower, just watch it happening. The gentle rise and fall of your chest. The cool air entering your nostrils. The warmer air leaving. Become the quiet space that notices this rhythm. Thoughts will appear. A memory, a to-do list, a sudden emotion, that's perfect. The moment you notice a thought or feeling, name it silently if it helps. Thinking, feeling, planning, then return to the breath or the body scan. No judgment, no chase, just gentle redirection. Hold this witnessing awareness for the full 2 minutes. Use a soft timer if you like, 1 chime to start, 1 to finish. During those minutes, your only task is to remain the observer. Everything else moves through the field of your awareness like leaves floating downstream. For beginners, start even simpler. If 2 full minutes feels long, begin with 30 seconds and build up. Or try it lying down first. Gravity helps the body relax faster. If your mind races, anchor more firmly on the breath. Count each exhale up to 10, then start over. The count isn't the goal, it's a gentle tether. Another gentle variation, place 1 hand on your heart and 1 on your belly. Feel the warmth of your own touch. This physical contact often quiets mental chatter quickly and deepens the sense of presence. After the 2 minutes, open your eyes slowly. Notice how your energy feels, perhaps lighter, clearer, more spacious. Carry that quality with you into the next moment. Over days and weeks, these short sessions compound. Your natural baseline rises. Presence becomes effortless. Practice this once today. Tomorrow, try twice. The more you return to the observer, the more life flows in harmony with your deepest desires. Once you hold the observer frequency consistently, reality begins to mirror the change. The shift feels subtle at first, then unmistakable. Synchronicities arrive like quiet confirmations that you're aligned. A book you've never heard of appears exactly when you need its message. A conversation with a stranger opens a door you'd been quietly hoping for. Numbers repeat in patterns that catch your eye. These moments aren't random. They reflect your clearer inner signal reaching outward. I remember a friend who started this practice during a rough stretch. She felt stuck in a job that drained her, unsure what came next. Each morning she gave herself 2 minutes of pure observation. No forcing solutions, just watching the swirl of doubt and faint hope. Within 3 weeks, she received an unexpected message from an old colleague she hadn't spoken to in years. That single outreach led to a role that matched her skills perfectly. Higher pay, creative freedom, and people who valued her. She later said it felt like the universe had been waiting for her to stop wrestling and simply show up present. Jung himself lived these experiences. He described synchronicities that shaped his work. a patient dreaming of a golden scarab beetle, only for a real one to appear at his window the next session. He saw this as the psyche and the world meeting in meaningful coincidence. When consciousness turns inward with steady awareness, the boundary between inner and outer thins. Events align in ways logic alone can't explain. Another quiet example. A man I know used the practice to release long-held resentment toward a family member. He observed the anger rise each day without feeding it. 2 months later, that relative reached out with an apology he never expected. The reconciliation flowed naturally, no confrontation needed. His energy had shifted, the outer situation followed. These shifts draw from a simple principle: coherent energy attracts coherence. When your frequency steadies in presence, you broadcast a signal of openness and alignment. Life responds by delivering experiences that match. Opportunities surface. Helpful people cross your path. Creative ideas flow freely. It's less about willing things into being and more about removing the static so what's already meant for you can arrive. Quantum views echo this gently. Particles behave differently when observed. In the same way, your steady witnessing influences the field around you. The observer effect in consciousness creates space for new possibilities to emerge. Every practice meets gentle waves along the way. The mind wanders. Emotions surge stronger than expected. Doubt whispers that you're doing it wrong. These moments arrive for everyone. They signal growth, not failure. The beauty lies in how you meet them, with kindness, patience, and steady return. When the mind drifts during your 2 minutes, celebrate the instant you notice. That noticing itself is the observer frequency waking up. Gently guide attention back to the breath or the body scan. No harsh correction needed. Think of it as steering a boat on calm water. One small adjustment brings you back on course. Each return strengthens the muscle of presence. Emotional floods sometimes rise. Old sadness, sudden irritation, a rush of overwhelm. Welcome them fully in the moment. Let the feeling move through your awareness like mist rising from a lake at dawn. Breathe into the sensation. Allow it space to express. As you witness without resistance, the intensity softens naturally. The energy transforms and releases, leaving you lighter. This process clears deeper layers over time, raising your baseline even higher. Doubt shows up as quiet questions. Is this really working? Am I doing it right? Meet doubt with curiosity instead of argument. Notice it as another passing thought. Return to observation. Consistency answers doubt far better than mental debate ever could. Results accumulate quietly: clearer days, unexpected ease, small synchronicities that build trust. Build the habit with gentleness. Start small. If 2 minutes feels full, 30 seconds twice a day works wonders at first. Link the practice to something you already do. Right after brushing your teeth, before your first sip of coffee, during a short walk. These anchors make returning effortless. Celebrate every session, even the ones that felt scattered. Acknowledge the effort with warmth. I showed up today. Self-judgment blocks flow. Self-compassion accelerates it. Treat yourself as you would a dear friend learning something new, encouraging, patient, proud of each step. These roadblocks are doorways, not walls. Move through them with the same steady awareness you bring to everything else. Your practice deepens, presence expands, the shifts become more vivid. The true magic unfolds when the observer frequency becomes your natural rhythm, not just a 2-minute exercise. You weave it into the fabric of everyday moments until presence feels as automatic as breathing. Here, is how to make it flow through your days with ease and grace. Start with mornings. As soon as you wake, before reaching for your phone, give yourself those 2 minutes. Lie still or sit up gently. Scan your body, notice your breath, witness the first thoughts of the day rising like soft mist. This sets a clear tone. Your energy begins aligned, open, receptive. Many notice the rest of the morning unfolds smoother. Decisions feel lighter, creativity sparks earlier. Carry it into conversations. When tension builds, someone challenges you, emotions flare, pause for a quick inner breath. Become the observer right there in the moment. Watch your own reaction without jumping into it. Listen to the other person fully while holding that steady awareness. Words flow more truthfully. Understanding deepens. Conflicts resolve with less effort because you respond from presence instead of trigger. Use it for manifesting goals. Before bed or during a quiet afternoon break, hold the frequency while gently holding your desire in mind. Not forcing it, not visualizing hard, just allowing the feeling of it already being true. Observe any resistance that arises, excitement mixed with doubt, impatience, and let it pass through. Your clear signal strengthens the invitation. What you seek arrives through natural openings. Inspired ideas, timely connections, perfect timing. Throughout the day, create micro moments. Waiting for coffee. 3 conscious breaths with observation. Stuck in traffic. Witness the impatience rise and dissolve. Walking to a meeting. Feel your steps, notice thoughts drifting, return to presence. These small anchors compound fast. Long-term, the benefits bloom richly. Inner peace settles in as your default. Storms still come, yet they pass without leaving deep ruts. Anxiety loses its grip. Sleep deepens because the mind quiets earlier. Abundance flows in many forms. Financial ease appears through unexpected channels. Relationships grow warmer and more authentic. Creative projects complete themselves almost effortlessly. You attract experiences that match your elevated coherence. Opportunities feel like invitations. People sense your calm steadiness and gravitate toward it. This lifestyle shift happens gradually. One integrated moment at a time. Your energy becomes magnetic. Life begins to feel like a gentle unfolding rather than a constant push. People from all walks of life have shared how this practice quietly changed everything. These stories come from listeners just like you, ordinary days turning into something more aligned and alive. One woman in her 30s felt trapped in a cycle of overthinking every decision. She started the 2-minute observer sessions during lunch breaks at work. At first, nothing dramatic happened. Then, after a month, she noticed ideas flowing during meetings, clear, confident ones she used to second-guess. A promotion came through naturally. She later told us the biggest gift was waking up without that heavy knot in her stomach. Presence became her new normal. A young man dealing with creative blocks picked up the practice before bed. He'd sit quietly, watch thoughts about failure drift by without grabbing them. Within weeks, songs started pouring out again. He finished an album he'd abandoned for 2 years. He says the music feels truer now, like it came from a deeper place that was always waiting. An older gentleman shared how observing his grief after losing his partner softened the sharp edges. He held space for the waves of sadness each morning. Over time, memories shifted from pain to warmth. New friendships formed effortlessly. He described it as reclaiming joy while honoring what was lost. These transformations share a common thread. Small, consistent presence opens doors that force never could. You don't need to be special to experience this. You just need to show up for those 2 minutes. Every time you do, you add to the collective field of calm awareness our community is building here on Esoteric Whispers. Your story belongs here too. When you're ready, drop it in the comments below. We read everyone, and they inspire the next person watching. We've walked through a path that Carl Jung illuminated long ago. The power of becoming the silent witness to your own inner world. 2 minutes a day of pure observation, watching thoughts, feelings, sensations without interference, raises your frequency naturally. Resistance fades, clarity grows. Reality begins to bend toward you in beautiful, effortless ways. The key takeaway is simple yet profound. You don't need to chase, force, or fix anything. You only need to become present to what already is. In that presence, alignment happens. Synchronicities flow. Abundance arrives as natural extension of your coherent energy. Inner peace settles in. Life feels like a gentle unfolding rather than a battle. This practice belongs to you. Start today, right now if you feel the pull. Give yourself those 2 minutes. Notice what shifts, even if it's subtle at first. Come back tomorrow and the day after. The compound effect will surprise you. If this resonated, help spread the whisper. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it. One friend, one family member, one stranger scrolling late at night. Hit that subscribe button so we can keep exploring these hidden frequencies together. Turn on notifications. You never know when the next insight will drop exactly when you need it. And in the comments below, tell me, what showed up for you during the practice segment? Which story touched you most? Or simply write, "I am the observer," to affirm your commitment. Your words create ripples. We all feel them. Thank you for being here, for choosing presence, for trusting this quiet power within you. You are already whole. The world is ready to meet you there. Until next time, stay present, stay aligned. The frequency is yours.